Hello there, we are ready for the next video. And in this video, we are going to learn how to build a simple one-page website for the non-technical person. So if you happen to be a technical person and know how to do this, then you can just skip right through this video and go on to the next one. A little quick fact about me, the fun fact about me is wine. I'm a big wine fan, so it's basically like the periodic table for wine tasting. So I'm a big wine taster, so that's why it's on the wall. So if you want to send me a bottle of wine, I'd love to have it. So that's a little fun fact about me. Well, if you remember Sophie's story when we originally started, where she had no technical expertise, was like had sweaty palms when she started talking about building a website. Well, that's what we're doing here. We're building a simple website, so don't be nervous about it. Don't get like think you got to hire the great developer to do this. This can all be done on your own. You can of course hire someone to do this. But all this stuff what I'm talking about can be done on your own with just a little bit of research on spending some time on YouTube and watching some videos. You can easily build a one-page simple website to talk about your product or service. I just want to give you the facts on what to do and what not to do when you're building this, again, this simple website. So there's lots of platforms you can build on. You might have heard of Wix, you might have heard of Squarespace, maybe even Unbounce. Of course, you probably heard of WordPress. That's a super popular one. But whatever you choose, whatever platform you choose to put your website on, make sure it's a popular one. Don't choose some random one that some developer recommends because he knows it. Unless there's literally millions of people using it, don't use it. Because at this stage of the game, you just want simple. You want it to be simple. You can always upgrade down the road. But at this stage, it just needs to be simple. Simple to manage, simple to update, simple if you need to hire someone to help you do more advanced things on it. You want to do all those things. And you can do that by just choosing a platform that many people are already using. So please do that. I'm a fan of WordPress, but there are many other ones, like I said, Wix, Squarespace, lots of other ones. I'm a big fan of WordPress, so I use WordPress. And you can do a search on YouTube and find literally millions of videos about how to build a WordPress site. So I recommend using a WordPress site because two reasons. One, everybody knows it. Many, there's what you call plugins, which you'll learn that, but a plugin is basically it's something that helps you interact with another tool or another product. So there's thousands and thousands and millions of plugins that help manage WordPress and help you connect to other products and services. So that's one of the reasons why I use WordPress. Second thing is everyone knows how to work on a WordPress website. So it's very easy to find help when you need help to build on WordPress. Those are the two reasons why I use WordPress, and that's what I would recommend to use. Again, just use a platform everyone's very comfortable with. And here are some things you can do to find people to work. Again, if you want some help, it's not a problem, but if you want to find some help to do it, what I would do is just recommend going to like Upwork. And this is, of course, assuming you don't have any friends or friends of friends that can do the work for you. But you can go to Upwork, which is just upwork.com, and you can hire a freelance website developer and probably pay, anywhere from $15 to $50 an hour. And remember, most of these people can do all this stuff that you're probably going to come up with, blindfolded. It's very easy for most of these developers to build a kind of simple one-page website that we were talking about. So go to Upwork, and if you need to hire someone, do it through there. It's reputable. They manage it. You can see reviews of people, what they've used, what they've built before, so you know how good of a worker they are. So I'd highly recommend doing like an Upwork. Here's some things that you don't want to do. Please do not find a developer friend that's highly advanced that wants you to use a certain platform because he knows it. I've mentioned this before, but that is just the wrong road to go down. So don't use something that one person recommends. Okay, and then make sure whatever you're doing, and as again, this is assuming that you're not working on it. This is assuming you're hiring someone else. That they make sure they keep everything simple, simple to understand and simple to manage. You don't want any like really unique things done. You want to keep it like very mainstream at this stage of the game. Again, you can always change things down the road, but right now, just keep it simple. Keep everything simple. You know, one of the things like people, what they want, like they'll say is like, well, how do I know what it to look like? Well, here's the simple answer for that. Go look at websites that you like. It's that simple. Go look at, you know, 20 websites that you like, and pick 5 of them, pick 7 of them, pick 5 or 7 websites that you really like, and that's what you just use. You can just copy it. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. There's millions and billions and billions of websites already. There's plenty of copycats all over the place. So just find something you like, and then just repurpose that and put your own content in it, your own pictures, your own text. But it just find something you already like, and especially helpful if you're hiring a developer to do that. You can literally just send them a website and say, I want it to look like this using this content and these images. Okay, so that's a way to kind of design the website without having a designer. Just find some sites that you already like. A second thing is a great book to read. It's called Don't Make Me Think. It's by Steve Krug. Again, this will be in the notes at the end of the course, or end of this section. It's an awesome book. Again, it's a short read, but it's such a great book. It's been around for like 20 years, but he's done several updates. It is my go-to book when you're building a website, especially for the first time. It just tells you how consumers think, how people use the web. But it's very helpful, and it's good for you whether you're building it or not, or whether you're hiring someone. You should read this book because it's a short read, and it really help you understand how to build a simple 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 page website. And that's all we're doing at this stage of the game. Make sure the content, again, simple to understand, no industry jargon. Make sure that the words are simple, it's not 7-syllable words. All these, again, it's the same thing like you're doing what I talked about when they're talking about the 22-word description of your company or idea. The same thing goes for your website. Everything on your website should be very straightforward, be very, explain it simply to everyone. Like when they land on the home page, the very first thing they see, which what we call is the hero image, that should tell people what the heck you do, right? Whatever the product idea is, the service idea, whatever it is, it should be right there front and center. Don't be trying to like cool or clever. Just be really simple, straightforward, and tell people what you do. And then every piece of text, every piece of content on this one-page homepage of the site, make sure you have a goal in mind with that piece of text. You don't have to have paragraphs of information. What you can do is, if you want to have a long section of information, display 1 or 2 sentences and then put a little read more button where they can click on it and read more. Because what we do now as consumers is we scan websites. Our eyes literally go top left, right, down, right? That's how our eyes scan the page. And so there's been hundreds of studies to show this, but that's what we need to make sure. No one's like reading word for word websites anymore. They're really scanning them, and then when they find something interesting, then they read the 2 or 3 sentences and then move on. So please do not put large paragraphs of data, of sentences on your home page. Put little snippets of information, highly simple. Make sure that it's really easy to understand. And remember, the 13th grade son or daughter that you have, or your grandmother or mother, can read this stuff and understand it. That's your audience, right? So make sure it's simple. And again, talk about the benefits to the customer, not the features of the product. Talk about the benefits to the customer. Those are the words you should be using on that page. Benefits, not feature. It's a very subtle thing, but it's a huge difference in how people read it. So when you're talking about benefits, it's how your product or service is benefiting the customer. That's the language you should be using on that website. Don't be saying all these cool things about the features of your product. Talk about the benefits, how it benefits the customer. That's what you want to be saying. The keys for this are two things. One, don't be scared of building a one-page website. It's very easy to do. It's not technical these days. All these platforms have made it very easy to build a website. So that's key number 1. Key number 2 is make sure you pick a platform that you're building on that is highly used, everyone knows it, so you don't run into problems down the road. And remember, you can change things down the road once your product becomes more successful and you've figured out a few more things. There's no problem in doing that down the road. The assignments for this video are two things. One, find 5 websites you like and save them. Right? You can always go back to them. 2, choose a platform you're going to use and just go with it and start building your one-page website on that platform. And then kind of the bonus assignment is just go spend an hour on YouTube looking at different videos. There'll be some in the notes in this section, but just go to YouTube and you'll learn so much by just spending 1 hour on how to build a website on X, whatever platform you're building upon. So those are the assignments today. I will see you in the next video.